is a dumbbell Arnold press with a regular shoulder press. What I would suggest is have a lower weight set of dumbbells sitting next to you. So if what you're using gets too heavy, just drop those, grab a lighter weight, and keep going. You want to make sure you get the reps in, but you don't want to compromise form. In a chair or in a bench, whatever you have, you're going to bring the dumbbells up, shoulder height, palms are facing toward you. Make sure your back is straight. And as you bring the dumbbells up overhead, you're going to bring them together and you're going to turn your palms where they are facing away from you. So it looks like this. And then back down, you rotate them back toward you. You don't want your dumbbells out here. You want them right in front of you, up, and then rotate around. As soon as you're done with those, you're doing 15 and 15. So as soon as you're done with 15 reps of the Arnold dumbbell press, you're going to do a regular shoulder press. So as soon as you're done with 15 reps, turn the dumbbells with your palms facing away from you and do 15 reps of regular shoulder press. So bring the dumbbells up, together, and back down. So the next exercise is a band face pull. You want the band to be about a little under chin height. And you want to stand back so there is tension always on the band. So at the bottom of the movement, you don't have too much slack. And you're going to imagine squeezing your shoulder blades together. Bring those elbows out and squeeze. So you're bringing the band right about mouth height, right above your mouth, in between your mouth and your nose. Once again, and you want to sort of sit down, be in a somewhat comfortable position, but you want to make sure that your back is straight, you're not slumped over, you're not too far back. So it looks like this once again. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Alright, so the next exercise is a front to side raise. You're going to do this with your palms facing toward you. It's a little safer on the shoulders. You're going to bring the dumbbells up, then out slightly to the side at an angle. I don't go completely out to the side. I feel it's a little too hard on your shoulder. So looks like this. Up, side, or at an angle, down. And then you're going to go back up and then go back to your starting position. And the reps look like this. That's one rep. Two rep, and so on. Next exercise is a dumbbell reverse fly. Hinge at the hips, so you're bent over, make sure your back is straight, your core is tight. You're going to bring the dumbbells up, and as you're bringing it up, you want to squeeze the shoulder blades together, but it's like doing a reverse hug. So if you were to hug somebody, you're doing it in reverse. So it's like this. Squeeze at the top. So it looks like from the front. Alright, so in between each exercise, you're doing an active rest. There are two active rest exercises that you alternate. The first one is a pike press. Get into a pike position, just like this. And you're going to lower yourself down and press back up. The next active rest is a jumping jack press. I have a weighted ball, but you can also use a dumbbell as well, a plate, whatever you have. So you're going to be doing jumping jacks, and when your feet jump apart, you'll be pressing up at the same time. So it looks like this. Alright, so in circuit 2, the very first exercise is a kneeling barbell single arm press. We're going to get on the knee that is on the floor is the side that you'll be working. So the opposite hand, just for balance, will be in front of the working hand. You don't really want to use this arm at all to lift. So you're going to be pressing up and above the head. So it's almost like at an angle. Same thing with the other side. Bring the opposite arm that's not being used in the front just for balance, and you're going to press up above the head. Alright, so if you don't have a barbell, you could still do this with dumbbells. Once again, the knee that is touching the floor is the arm that you're working, so you want to bring the dumbbell up, rest it right above your shoulder, and you're going to press up and above the head. For the active rest, you'll be alternating. It's going to be rope waves, alternating rope waves. If you have ropes, you'll set your timer for 30 seconds. And as soon as you're done with the kneeling barbell single arm press, you go directly into the alternating waves. I do 8 apart and 8 close. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I continue to do that until the 30 seconds. So if you don't have a rope, you can do this with dumbbells. Stand with your feet not quite shoulder width apart. Bend at the knees, make sure your back is straight. And you're going to do 8 apart and 8 with your arms closer together. When you're grabbing these dumbbells, your palms are going to be facing in during the movement. So, looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then together. 4, 8 apart. Okay, for the ab circuit, the first exercise is a plank. You're going to be holding the plank position for 1 minute. So it looks like this. You don't want your hips to drop. You want to make sure you maintain a strong, tight core and your back stay straight. And you're going to hold this position for 1 minute. If you need to take a break, make sure you take a break, but getting right back into the plank position. Try to challenge yourself. For the second abs exercise, it's the weighted low leg lift. I use ankle weights. These are 5 pounds a piece. So what you want to do is lie back on the bench. Slide down at the end. You're going to lower your legs down. As you lower, you don't want your back, you don't want that. You don't want an arch. You want to make sure you press your back against the bench. And then when you bring the legs up, concentrate on squeezing the core to bring the legs up. And when you come up, you're going to do a hip lift, squeeze. Make sure the back doesn't come off the bench. Hip lift, squeeze. You can do this with no weight, but I use ankle weights. If you don't have a bench at home, you can do this on the floor. Just bring your hands underneath your butt. Make sure your back stays pressed against the floor. Lower your legs. And back up, hip lift.